Still on Nnamdi Kanu court trial, we know in attempt to get evidence, that they will say, okay, it's because of this we want to jail him. Guess what? Nnamdi Kanu is being linked to the protest that happened in Lagos during NSAS. We all know how NSAS started in Nigeria. We know the people behind NSAS. We know how the politicians use their talks, to disrupt NSAS. And now it is being pushed to Nnamdi Kanu that he was telling his men to buy people in Lagos State. I don't know where that is coming from, linking Nnamdi Kanu to what happened in Lagos State. I think it is just the height of, them trying to jail Nnamdi Kanu at all costs. This is not right. Now, we know that this protest happened across the nation. So in the southeast, there were attacks on protesters. And Nnamdi Kanu in his broadcast was like telling his people to self-defense. If they tie you, if you have access, buy them. And even when Wike said Wike made a statement, Nnamdi Kanu also countered that statement and also made his own offer. A whole lot of things, going on. And now they're like, Nnamdi Kanu was instigating people to buy security agents. All these things, we all witnessed it in Lagos. Even the military men that came out to buy protesters, till now, have not been tried. Now they are trying to push what happened during NSAS to Nnamdi Kanu. Anyway, guess what? Nnamdi Kanu is a bold guy. He boldly told them in court, you dare not link me to that because I am fighting for Biafra land. And Lagos is not a Biafra land. So why should I tell people to go buy people in Biafra land? Or why should I instigate Nigerians against security agents in Lagos land? So in Lagos State. So a whole lot of basketballs is going on, and it's good Nnamdi Kanu, have his senses, can still remember and knows everything. And you can imagine if this was happening to somebody who have lost his senses, because of the long time he has been detained, assuming he has lost his senses, he can no longer remember things, he can no longer say things the way it is. This is just the point at which they will just jail the person. But Nnamdi Kanu dared them in court. They challenged them and said, you don't link me to that. I am to defend Biafra land, not Lagos State. Anyway, guys, I'm going to allow you to listen to some of the reactions that have come as a result of that, court section. Just take your time, watch this video, and let me know your honest reaction in the comment section below. Now, take a look.
The leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, has distanced himself from any violence that took place in Lagos during the NSAS protest. A video interview played in court showed Mr. Kanu speaking with the prosecution's second witness, identified as Mr. BBB. In that recording, Mr. Kanu admitted to leading IPOB and his security arm, ESN, and also acknowledged making a series of broadcasts during the protest. But he was quick to draw the line when it came to Lagos State. In his own words, quote, any form of violence that occurred in Lagos State during the protest cannot be attributed to me. Lagos is not a Biafran state, end quote. He further stressed that IPOB is a non-violent movement. Now, Mr. Kanu's defense team, led by Paul Erokoro, refused to cross-examine the witness today, citing the need for more time to consult with their client, who remains in custody. Justice James Omotosho has now adjourned the case to the 14th, 21st, and 22nd of this month for continuation.
High Court sitting in Abuja yesterday, he admitted in evidence video clips containing a series of inflammatory broadcasts that were made by Nnamdi Kanu. The video, which were contained in a flash drive, were played in the open court after the federal government tendered them through an operative of the Department of State Services, DSS, which was codenamed,
purported to have said, please, did you not see other people that are acting it out in the full glare of everybody? You are prosecuting Nnamdi Kanu, but you refuse to prosecute those people who have taken hostage some communities and states in the north, hoisting their flag, declaring their own state of whatever is the Islamic State. No, what do you call that one? They come into a certain Sheikh Tenshi declared that the Tinubu's wife is an infant, and the Secretary General are telling you now to protect yourself against these killer herdsmen and terrorists. So they have validated what he was saying. They have validated it. So the federal government should be brought to that court to answer for that particular order. They have ordered us to protect ourselves. The army chief said it. The NSS said it. So the federal government, that court should be brought there for them to come and tell us why they ask Nigerians to arm themselves and protect themselves. That Juma said it. All of them should come to that court and tell us why they say we should arm ourselves and protect ourselves.
Barrister Darlington, I want to say this again. Now, the witness who read from the letter insisted that Kanu's broadcast were followed by coordinated attacks on police stations and correctional facilities, resulting in the loss of lives and, of course, property.
The army barracks that have been terrorized and the soldiers killed many years after this worker was said to have been done, it was Kanu that caused it, Abi. Please answer this question, it's very important. These other terrorists that have sacked army barracks, complete army units, kill our soldiers in scores. It was Kanu's broadcast, Abi.
Barrister, what you're saying this morning is quite different from the information we got from the court. You were saying that this man is completely innocent.
No, it cannot be different. It's the same. It's the same act of violence that they are claiming that Nnamdi Kanu caused. Tell me, what is the difference? These other people that have sacked army barracks, kill them, kill our military. It was Nnamdi Kanu.
Kanu has been, he has been cited several times, calling Nigeria several names. All right, he has been heard like Nigeria is a zoo, Nigeria is and he called for resistance against what he termed as Fulani domination, just as he accused Igbo political leaders of betraying their people and so many other things. And so many people are feeling, no, this is inciting violence. Okay?
And I'm asking you, violence that you are seeing today, is it not 10 times, in fact 100 times worse than Nnamdi Kanu was said to have said? Was it caused by him? Hold on. Was it caused by him? Answer me. I don't get it. Why are you singling out Nnamdi Kanu and leaving the main issue?
No,
you and your federal government this morning, though.
Barrister Darlington.
Don't get me annoyed, though.
Barrister Darlington. See, I am a journalist and I look at all sides of a story. I am only trying to reel out some of. Hold on, Barrister Darlington.
The side you are looking at it this morning is
hold on. We've been talking about the issue of Nnamdi Kanu all this while. I've been somebody who's been pushing for the release of this man. Yes, on air and off air. But we're trying to look at issues this morning that's been raised by the federal government, and we'll look at it the other way. There are two sides to a coin always. All right. What we believe, what we heard is different from what the court is saying. The recent, comments by the court. Now, again, the court is saying, I know where I'm going to on this matter. Now, the court is also saying, or showed us a footage from NSAS protest, okay, where Kanu was seen directing attacks on police.
Is it not worse? So why is it that nobody has been called out? The same way you are calling Nnamdi Kanu out.
I understand, Barrister, I understand this part you're towing, but what we want to know is it guilty or not guilty?
He's not guilty. He's a self-determination group. He's the leader of a self-determination group. No other nation in the whole world has seen Nnamdi Kanu as a terrorist, except you and your government.
I have listened.
Except you and your government.
The last time I checked, you are still in Nigeria, and of course APC is still leading. Ruling you and I. Hold on, Mr. Barrister Darlington.
Yes, they said he who wears the shoe know where it's pinching. This propaganda against the Igbos must stop.
Apparently, one of the prosecuting witness, who obviously is a second witness being brought from the prosecuting counsel, said that Nnamdi Kanu admitted, because according to what he said, the first time they interviewed Nnamdi Kanu, or rather when they interrogated him without his legal representative, that Nnamdi Kanu admitted to operating an unlicensed an illegal radio station. And when I saw the report, I thought it was an online, radio, because we have a lot of online radio stations. We have a lot of online broadcasts that do not necessarily have any frequency modulation, which you can consider to be terrestrial. But this witness said that, for example, this DSS official who was behind a green screen, he explained that Kanu acknowledged his involvement in operating Radio Biafra, which broadcast on frequencies 102.1 FM and 88.0 FM without the necessary license from the National Broadcasting Commission, and that Kanu admitted that the voice in the broadcast, which included calls for attacks on police officers, were indeed his own. And then they also asked Nnamdi Kanu if indeed he made public broadcasts, or rather they asked the prosecuting witness if he made public broadcasts making statements that persons should go burn down certain persons' buildings and properties. I don't know if you recall, that was when we had the COVID-19 situation, when there some palliatives were discovered. I'm sure you heard some voice notes that went viral, and there were some instructions being given. But my question is this: is it possible to have is it coming in for inspection? Because the modus here is, once you get your license, before you start even doing a test broadcast, the NBC must come into that radio station. They will inspect the facility, they will check your equipment, your transmitter. If you must have 2 power generators, like standby generators, 2 of them, they must ensure that you have everything up to par according to standard. So is it possible to operate a radio station without the oversight functions of the NBC in Nigeria?
Yeah, it's very, very possible.
It's very possible?
Yeah, because now there are a lot of gadgets that have been developed over time.
We're speaking of way back in 2015.
Yeah.
When they first confiscated all the equipment they had.
It's just that Nigeria is still far behind in terms of technological advancement. In various parts of the world, like we know, are aware of, there are a lot of gadgets you could actually use to transmit. It was up. I think I was even hearing a lot of people. You could hear some people from their phones who were really interested, listening to a frequency, and you will ask yourself, how did they get in contact? How did they get the information that there's a frequency like this? So it now boils down to the interest of the people who really want to hear and feed off that message. And what is now left for the NBC and the regulatory bodies to do is to monitor and find out where this frequency is coming from.
But don't you think this indicts the NBC? That a radio station was operating, according to them, unregistered, illegal, unlicensed, and according to what the DSS operative was saying, that he was making incisive and spewing comments that could divide the unity of Nigeria, and then obviously asking for the 5 southeastern states, including Kogi and Benue, to no longer be part of Nigeria, working towards it, and then calling for persons' properties to be burnt and or whatnot. So it took them so long to know they're visiting that radio station. In fact, they need to monitor your signal bandwidth so that you don't clash signals or frequency with other radio stations. Sometimes you see some locations that some radio stations are clashing, and there's a limit that your signal is giving. You don't surpass a certain angle or region or location based on what you paid for. I don't know if you get my drift.
Yeah.
So with all of this, the NBC records, in fact, right here in the studio.
That's what I'm saying here.
For you to get media traction, then we'll not take.
If you threaten Tinubu's wife, you are threatening Tinubu himself. Yeah? Is that not an offense? Evil treatment against people and against Nnamdi Kanu. That's what we are saying here. That's what I'm saying here. Every time Nnamdi Kanu.
Okay, let's leave this issue, Barrister Darlington Agumo. Thank you so much. But then, I hope we do come back to revisit this issue, because whether we like it or not, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be released unconditionally. All right? Of course, yes.
Because,
yes, I've been
because it can be cheated. Yes, based on the fact that Showore has been released. Sundibo has been released. Your sins are forgiven, yes.
Your sins will be forgiven. So maybe we should just ask.
But Nnamdi Kanu is not a member, he's not a politician. And I don't think he's the one to join any. He's fighting for a cause. Let the federal government call him the same way they have been rehabilitating terrorists in the north. Let them call Nnamdi Kanu on a round table so that issues will be discussed. They have been talking with terrorists, rehabilitating them, pampering them. What are you saying? Is it not when you treat a child the same way you treat others, that there will be peace in that land? Any father who refuses to treat his children equally is causing for problem in that house. That child that you are maltreating, one day he will set fire on that house. Everybody will run away. That's the truth.
Well, like I said, I'm only reading out, what is contained in the evidence, right, against Nnamdi Kanu. Let's quickly move out of that story. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration, the initiative which he described as a national emergency response was launched virtually on Monday under the banner of the Big Tent Coalition shadow government. Maybe you want to throw, light on that, and so we move on.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that, because they are talking of parliamentary system, presidential system. You can see these people. Whenever he sues them, they choose what to take and what not to take. What is wrong in what the erudite professor is saying? He said they want to provide alternative government and then offer solution. What is wrong there? And you are not telling me, except you are in parliamentary system, you will not have to leave the name. Look at the intention.
From Elasa.
Okay.
You can do them. Insecurity. We have been hearing for the last 2 weeks or last month ago by this president's administration. When we went to from France to UK, we came back. All we hear that we summoned.
So guys, we are going to stop this video from here. Well, I want to share with you guys some of the trending topics. You know that Tinubu was in Anambra State, and many Anambra people are not happy with the Tinubu's government, after he went to Anambra to commission Soludo's projects, which Nigerians, especially the Igbos, are saying they can't even see what Tinubu went to Anambra to do, because Soludo has not done anything. So let's begin with this headline here that says, if you can see the screen, I'm already sharing this from Twitter, and it says, did Soludo discuss about Onitsha Inland Port? Okay, let me just make a little commentary here. Many people are saying that Tinubu came to Anambra and Soludo denied the people of Anambra the opportunity to share their concern with Tinubu. Instead, he went to commission government house, projects that don't even have much to do when it comes to economic benefits, to the state. While there are many challenges. Okay, like this person now tweeted and said, did Soludo discuss about Onitsha Inland Port? No. Did Soludo discuss linking Onitsha, Nnewi, and other parts of the state and region with a rail? That's a railway where the train can be going. No, considering that Onitsha has so many businesses, with billions of naira value and all that. Did Soludo discuss the release of Nnamdi Kanu? No. Did Soludo discuss the insecurity and over 200 roadblocks in Anambra State? No. Did Soludo discuss Anambra, the Anambra section that has less than 120 kilometer Enugu Onitsha dual carriageway linking both state capital and that has not been completed in over 25 years? No. Did Soludo discuss on investing and federal government patronizing made in Anambra innocent vehicles? No. So what did Soludo discuss with Tinubu? Peter Obi. So he's just saying that Soludo has been busy criticizing Peter Obi, and then he could not even make his... It's like you have an open check. Somebody say, just tell me what you want, let me give you. And you say, I need a stone. Can you imagine? So he had the opportunity to bring the president to his state. He was conferred with a chieftaincy title, an opportunity for Igbo leaders to have said, okay, we are happy to give you this title, but please, we have one request. Just give us Nnamdi Kanu, or just make the military to clear the roads for businesses to easily flow. From here to here, you have military. From here to here, and still they are talking of, all the insecurity in the southeast. So people are like, Soludo didn't maximize the opportunity he had. Even if he tells Tinubu and Tinubu didn't do it. The same thing happened when he went to Enugu State. The Enugu State governor could not really tell Tinubu that this is what Ndibo wants. Soludo now could not tell Tinubu this is what Ndibo wants. All of them are just busy paving way to go to APC. That's just what he's trying to do. He said they are going to support Tinubu. Do you know what that means? That means that when Tinubu becomes, when Soludo becomes president, they are going to vote for Tinubu. And maybe he will then move to Tinubu's party. So you see why these things are not really helping, This is why people are complaining that you have the opportunity. Now, let me even shock you. The headline today says that Anambra State is #1 in JAM exam fraud. Do you know what that means? People that do the most of the expo during exam. Anambra State rank 1. This is the state that Peter Obi took from 28th position in WAEC and NECO to 1st position. Today, as I'm talking to you, Anambra is not among the first 30 states when it comes to NECO WAEC ranking. Anambra is not among the first 30. This is the same state that Peter Obi, took from #1 to the top. And they've been busy criticizing Peter Obi. He even made a statement that Nigerians have been reacting to, whether he said that they've not been presidential visit in Anambra for years. And he forgot that Peter Obi actually invited Jonathan to come commission, some project, some key project. Peter Obi does not come and commission empty project. Peter Obi builds projects that actually impact the lives of the people. So this is what Nigerians are reacting. Let me allow you play this video, listen to this video, and we are going to be wrapping it up at there.
So guys, sorry I've not been online for some time. I have a wound on my mouth, so I've been managing it. But I just had to make this video because if I don't debunk this lie, it will fly, to gain traction. So the governor of Anambra State was caught on camera lying against Peter Obi. If the governor of Anambra State knew that he had no projects to commission, why invite Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president, to Anambra? You invite the president and you got desperate because you had nothing to commission. So in order to impress the president, you had to lie against Peter Obi. What did Soludo say? I want you to watch this video and see what the lie that the governor of Anambra State told on camera.
Your visit to Anambra State today, Mr. President, is historic and consequential. The last state visit by a president was in 2012, ostensibly to commission a brewery and another private enterprise. This visit.
Have you seen it? Soludo lied that the last time a president visited Anambra State, he came to commission Sabmila, and he said one private enterprise. First of all, let's debunk the lie. It is a lie from the pit. The last time Goodluck visited Anambra State, he commissioned, let me list them. #1, Orient Petroleum. The reason Anambra State is that Anambra have become an oil producing state, which Chukwuma Soludo is enjoying the revenue from it today. He also commissioned Sabmila, Orange Drugs, Criso Company, Onitsha Inland Port, Opiweka 8 lane. That 8 lane you are seeing at Opiweka, it was that day it was commissioned. Kenneth DK Library. The list is endless. Peter Obi did not just touch Anambra, he changed Anambra. Juhel Pharmaceutical was under Peter Obi. Anambra Teaching Hospital under Peter Obi. Jerome Udoji, the 3 biggest secretariats in the whole of Nigeria. Jerome Udoji under Peter Obi commissioned. Anambra Emergency Management commissioned. Even Innocent, the one that Chukwuma Soludo recently went and damaged things for, it was under Peter Obi, commissioned by Goodluck Jonathan. Innocent under Peter Obi. So why would a professor, a governor, be lying, caught on camera lying? If Chukwuma Soludo, the governor of Anambra State, is too lazy to do his research, why not commission your aides to research for you? But rather, even the way he said Samila, let us get it. What did Bola Ahmed Tinubu come to commission in Anambra State? He came to commission a luxury home for the governor of Anambra State, a luxury home, a liability for the people of Anambra State. And he had the God to be comparing it with Samila. Samila has about 300 staffs, 300 staff, and indirect, about 2,000 indirect staff.
So guys, I'm going to leave it at that point, but you can see that the achievement of Peter Obi cannot be, cannot be overemphasized, despite anyhow they want to put it. Peter Obi did an amazing work, He did so well in Anambra State, and his work still speak for him. Like I told you today, NECO, Anambra is now ranking more than 30. Peter Obi took it to first position. It has slipped. Anambra is no more studying. Anambra students are no more putting in their best under Professor Soludo. JAMP has ranked Anambra as the expo center where malpractice is number 1. JAMP said Anambra is number 1 when it comes to JAMP fraud. And they seized so many results. Can you imagine? Some children who are planning to go to university by next year, now their results have been seized. So they won't be able to go to school again next year, except they rewrite JAMP. So I think Soludo, he said he's a professor and should do better. That is just my take. Anyway, let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to others, and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you.